Okay, hello everyone. I'm a few minutes late here. Well, late, I don't know. I kind of start when I start, I guess. Anyway, this is Monday, December 15th, 2025. Wow, almost the end of the year, almost solstice. Anyway, I was last here on Friday. I spent the weekend working on the website for Magworld, and it's not done yet, but it's substantially further along, which is good. I'm going to come back today and get back into Visidata land. So I've got an issue that we were working on last time. Let's see where we're at with that here. And I've got a few commits that were pretty the refactored things. I can show those commits here. And these next things here, I don't think I've got anything even in. No, I do have a couple of things in this stash. Anything in here that's meaningful? Okay, yeah, so this was the stuff I was working on before, and I kind of like broke out the stuff that was definitely useful. I committed that, and so I've got 6 commits here of some refactors and a couple of additions that do seem to help with the exact issue that's posted here for Marcus. And I'm sorry, Marcus, that I haven't, it's been a week and this hasn't been fixed. I should probably have just pushed these changes on Friday. But there's still something that's not perfect, and I'm a kind of a perfectionist. So anyway, I'm kind of torn where to go with this. I might just let it be for the moment. All that I have in here now is some logging messages to try to do some debugging on this. I just wanted to like see what was happening, and I've kind of lost a little bit of the thread here. That's okay. Like I said, I think I left this last time with it working for this case. I don't think it breaks anything. It definitely doesn't work in one case, which is that when a large file is loading and then you go to edit a cell and press tab, it hangs, and I don't understand. It waits until the file's done loading before it continues on. I don't quite understand why that is. So it's not a deal breaker. I'm not sure who's actually doing that exact case. It'll be frustrating for the first person who does, but not sure. Anyway, where we're at though now is I was thinking about revisiting this and looking at a PR here. So I am Leo T just sent this a few hours ago, and the thing is, I think that let me do a little bit of a input here, mouse mask. I thought that there was a different. Oh, there it is. It was in the mouse. Yeah, so here we are with the net curses talking about this. So I think what we're going to wind up doing is making a mouse mask setter. Like we've already had this one. I apologize to the BSD users who have fixed the one thing, but then are finding out, I guess, that when you take input, it's still not there. I don't know why we didn't catch that in the first place. So that's unfortunate, but we're going to refactor this, and we actually already have a place to put it here. So we've got this mouse mask. We're going to make a mouse mask function here. I think all I am Leo T is doing here is making sure that mouse mask is available. I think that's all he's doing is if it is. Yep. So we're going to make a VD mouse mask that is going to do the same and call it instead. So yeah, I appreciate the effort going into this PR. I just don't want this code duplicated. The has adder curses all over the place. We've already got it in one place. We're going to factor it out because now's our big chance. Let's make a function here, def mouse mask, VD, and we're going to give it the actual value, I guess, what is that? Interval? No, mask, okay. And then we're gonna say if, only if has adder, we're gonna return bool here, whether or not it's there. So we're gonna use two different, it's gonna be doing two different things. It's gonna be both only call versus mouse mask. Call versus mouse mask. But only if available. Return false if not available. So for downstream methods, not has added versus mouse mask false. Otherwise, we're going to call versus mouse mask, and then return true. And so this is going to be VD mouse mask. Now, I'm not sure if mouse interval is available also, but we're gonna, that's why we have this here. We're gonna do def, oh, I got rid of def program mode here. That's interesting. Oh, I see if after mouse. Okay. I don't know why def prog mode is here, but this. I just got that thing where I think it's called semantic satiation. Semantic satiation, where I see a word and it's no longer that word. Now I'm seeing mo-use for some reason instead of mouse. Anyway, so if not, VD mouse mask mouse interval, then you return, just like before. Otherwise, we can continue on to do this. Probably could move this into bracket, I don't know if I care. And that. So that's all we want, but then we're going to wind up changing the other places that we use it, which is in input. And all we're going to do is change the VD mouse mask in every case here. That's interesting. Maybe, honestly, maybe this shouldn't be. Oh no, yeah, this isn't going to be the mask. This is going to be a flag. Yeah, so mask of BS0. And actually, this is, we're going to do if mouse interval, VD options. It's not going to be our mask, it's not going to be the mask, it's going to be the versus mouse all. And we pass the mouse interval in there. And really, it's just the bool of it, but this is fine. Mo-use interval. Okay, so we'll add that, and then now okay, and then we go over here and we call this with 1, 2. Even make this be a mouse mask, else 0x. Okay, yeah, we're just setting over here. That's fine. I mean, we can add this if we need to. Do I need to? I don't think so. Maybe if mouse is not there, but. Okay, we'll add this. This is true. This is false. Actually, now we're going to just call this. That's the buffer here. This guy needs to go here. That. I'll make that manually just so you know what's going on here. should set that. Otherwise, we set false. False there. Otherwise, we turn it on there. Okay, great. Oh, hey, Anya. Good to see you. How is my audio today? Does it sound good? Reasonable? I seem to have to change the input. Okay, thank you. And MC Fresher said that it sounded echoey at some point, so I'm not sure what the exact right settings are, but thank you. Hey, welcome. Good to see you. We're just making a tiny little change here. We're basically rewriting this PR that I am Leo T sent in. It's not a big deal, but I just don't want to do it the way he's doing it with duplicating this code. So we're going to do this. It's going to clean up a couple of things. BD mouse mask. If BL is 0, we'll have the actual mask use this. And I don't know. This is probably overkill here, but yeah, this seems fine. We set mouse all equals to 0xFFF there. So, I don't know, maybe I just don't need to do this. Yeah. Okay. So that's that, and we got one more in movement. We're just going to call mouse mask true, mouse mask false. That's it. No. We have to. Wait a second. Okay. Well, I guess we're going to do that then here too. Change this to this return true if mouse native. Okay, just like that. This is the mouse mask. It's existing mouse mask. If MM is on, yeah, turn mouse mask. This is not a bool, and this is still an input bool. I'm not sure we actually return. Maybe this should not be mouse mask, but enable mouse. Enable mouse, maybe. Okay, so that's that. We're going to change this to enable mouse instead of mouse mask. And so this is going to be if B. There's got to be a better setup for this, but don't worry about it. It's going to be enable mouse. False. There we go. So now we have mouse mask anywhere else. Only in mouse. Those are things. Not mouse masking, mouse. Okay, now let's Okay, I think this is resetting the, sorry, this mouse, this def prog mode is making sure that mouse is enabled in the program mode. Yeah. Okay, and this is going to be 2913 along with the previous one. We had a mouse mask one here. Let's search for it. Mouse mask. And issues. Really? I would have sworn there was a... There we go, 2851. So a little bit surprised that we have, I'm sorry, 2851. I have so many nice BSD users. Thank you all for using that. Okay, so let's do this. And I think, let's verify it here. So this is going to be Alt-M in movement, I think, to turn on and off the mouse. Oh, it's just not bound, okay. So we're going to look at my little directory here. And clicking is fine. And then mouse disable. Clicking is not, but you can select, that's great. Enable means you can click again. Everything makes sense to me. Okay, let's add this. Yes. Oh, no, and just hash, I guess. Then yes. Then yes. So I think this feels actually cleaner than we had it before in a couple of ways. We shouldn't be calling curses functions all out there. We'll have a visidata function how to do that. And yeah, that's pretty reasonable. So let's put that. Oh, mouse, hit, mouse. This is add as an API. Ignore if no curses mouse mask. And that's going to be numbers 2913 and 2851. Okay, I've got these other ones here, other changes here. I gotta revisit that. Let me thank this person for their efforts. Nope. That's issues. Where do we go? Okay, I must have got rid of holes. Okay, so thanks, I am Leo T. Curses. So only it's NetBSD. Does that mean that we have a mouse? That doesn't matter. Mouse interval is fine. This is fine. Okay. I can give I am Leo T credit here. It's not really that much code, and it's, yeah. Oh, thank you. And, commit. a terrible thing happened to me yesterday. Because it is December, and we are in the world. Mariah Carey has taken over the airwaves, and I have heard her song for Christmas many times. It's gotten slightly stuck in my head. I made the poor decision yesterday to listen to the song intentionally. It's really a nice song. I mean, it's really good, but when you hear it 18 times, it gets annoying, and now it's really stuck in my head. So that's what's going on. If I start whistling or singing that, my apologies. Oh, can you post a link to that, Anya? I'm not sure I should hear it, but I'll keep it in the queue for next time I need to try to clear it out of my head. I think I'm probably going to hit it too, but at least it'll be a different version of the song. Okay, is it thanks to, I can just put thanks to, right? I am Leo T. Is that how that works? Not quite a co-author. I mean, it could be a co-author. I just don't know what the right word is. Sure, co-authored by. Guess I can't go to his. Come on, are you serious? Okay. Leonardo Taccari. Thanks, Leo. Well, that's not fine. Try that. Okay, so thanks to Leo T. Where are you? There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna get stash here, and then run the tests. They should all work, and then push these current changes out because I think they actually are better than what's currently there, even if they're not perfect. And then we can decide we want to do the next round on them or move to a different PR. Yeah. I don't have anything installed here. Guess not. Okay. Let's get that going on. Oh, excuse me. Okay, so let's keep that in the queue here. That seems good. Let me close these things. Pecs I'm still interested in, but maybe not right now. And then, oh, still so many PRs. They just seem to multiply. I close some and then and more pop up. Okay, so yeah, I'll push these things. And then I also noticed somebody on the Discord saying, let's see here if I can find this. Asrar has been trying to use VD-SQL with a DuckDB file. So we've got a couple of VD-SQL issues, even from the past month or two. Feels like maybe the time has come to do a pass on VD-SQL. I'm not looking forward to it, which is not the right attitude. I need to get my brain in gear. But with your support, well, you know, that's how it is. With your support, Anya, and whoever else is watching here now, maybe. I think P Cloud is probably busy. You can ask him. But, you know, this is how it goes. People sling code over the fence and then expect it to maintain it. Okay, we're going to push these changes and then close out this loop here. Close with comment. Boop. And this should also, okay, I committed this, but I didn't actually wind up. There we go. We're going to talk about this here. Okay. It's not 11. It's just, oh, I see. It's just truncated, I guess. Okay. Thanks for the report. Wife. I believe that shift right. Okay, so there's that. Oh, okay, well, we can do a small one here. We can either dig into VD-SQL right now. I probably should just do that. It's interesting. This person, whoever found this bug, they're not wrong. I think that this is probably exactly how it should be. But having a random string of characters as a username and making everything private, like being so privacy focused, makes the issues I'm undermotivated to work on this issue. Like, it's like, who am I even talking to? I'm not building a relationship with this person. I appreciate the bug report, and we will fix it, and I probably will even just do it very soon. But it's interesting how much of open source is about relationships and being a real person. I want to deal with real people, not a nation state actor or a corporation or an anonymous Martian. Anyway, that's my little rant for today, I guess. We'll table that for the moment and sit here and think about what we're going to do. So let's think about VD-SQL bugs. These are all open. Is that right? Oh my. Well, that's a good dozen issues, 11 issues. And so a lot of these things, so we got the two from Fleimgruber from almost a year ago, basically saying not able to connect to DuckDB and bumping the IBIS version. Let me actually do a little bit of research here. I have a hope, I guess. IBIS framework.com, is that right? Where's the URL? IBIS project. Oh, okay. So, it's interesting. There's some good web stuff going on here. So, yeah, I believe that now that Voltron Data has folded, that there may not be many updates to IBIS. Let's find out how often they are changing things. 2 days ago, release on October 15th, that's 2 months ago. I think that's actually a longer time than usual. No, a couple months. Yeah, I'm curious too, Anya. And maybe it'll be one of those things that they'll still work on it in their spare time, but it's hard to find spare time for something like this. So it's not that they won't do anything, but it takes a lower priority. Well, anyway, if we bumped it to 11, that would be the way to go here. Let's see how close we get. And this is where I'd want to, yeah, it does. Aero folks have a lot of stuff on their plate, though. Like, they want to, they're trying to take over the world. But yeah, so let's see if we can't just do a thing for VD-SQL here. We'll get DuckDB as our primary test bed for the moment. And I think that if it works with DuckDB and one other backend, well, SQLite, maybe one other real backend, like a Postgres or something, we probably can call it good. Oh, ClickHouse. I probably could do ClickHouse. Boy, lots of breaking changes. And I also have issues with this. I guess I said I only have one rant, but I have a second rant here. Like, these are opportunities here to make, to interval and as interval, like even if they are slightly different interfaces, you still keep a to interval around that calls as interval. Like there's no need to remove it and break everybody's stuff. Like you can leave it around indefinitely. It's on the order of a couple lines of code, right? And yeah, so many breaking changes. Like it's a difficult project to interact with. I mean, I know I'm guilty of some of the same things sometimes, so I can't blame them for just trying to move their project forward. But this doesn't make my life easy. So I guess we will. That's a good point. I mean, they might want to. They might want to use visidata as part of their pipeline. But exactly, this is intended as a library. Libraries just have a different, people have a different desire for them. Okay, well, let's just do this. What do we got here? We got nothing going on. We're gonna make new products stuff the same. I can update here. Move these things in there. The largest data we have here. We have a 2 million row TSV checked in? Oh, we shouldn't be doing that. Well, you also notice, Anya, that we don't take any dependencies for partially this reason. So we take dependencies for loaders, and they just typically be one and done. Like they make the loader and they don't touch it because they made it for their own purpose, and that's it. And otherwise, yeah, we don't take on other dependencies, and this is part of the reason. So, okay, well, let's use VD-SQL like we think we should be able to use it. So we're going to go to visidata, and actually let's look at the code here. Visidata, apps, VD-SQL. And we're going to 6.0, boy. Okay, we're going to pip install this dash E, not dot L. Okay. So install some things. We're using IBIS framework equals 9. Did somebody bump that and say it didn't work? Is that what they said? Yeah, so join doesn't even work. So we're going to jump up several versions, 2 versions at once. And this was from before, so we're going to do that too. Ugh. Okay, let's try this. Kill this stuff for now. No. Okay, all right, you're still building stuff? Or you're building pandas? Ugh. Oh, wait a second. Okay, so Anya, do you remember why we're using these specific versions of pandas? Why we're not using pandas greater than 2.0? And is that the same case for visidata as a whole? Pandas? No, just VD-SQL. Yeah, we very specifically want less than 2.0, and that doesn't seem right to me. I mean, I'm sure we had it for a reason, but I want to see if we can make everything be the top, most recent versions. It is interesting too. We are on just a much longer timetable than anything else here. VD-SQL testing build failed. Visidata build failed. Why? Oh, I checked. I mean, I ran the test myself. What's wrong? Oh. Dang it. Okay. Well, it serves me right trying to use type stuff. Okay, I fixed that one. I just can't do this anywhere yet. Okay, I'll add that next. This is for visidata 3.9. Fix test. CI, I guess. Okay. Pandas 2.0 build time took forever. Oh, like literally, like it wouldn't. Well, drag is fine. If they fail because of that, then that's an issue. But I don't care myself. Is that an issue if it takes 10 plus minutes? I mean, I guess we don't need to build it every time. What's the proper way to do this? How does everybody else deal with this? Are we just going to wait here for pandas to build? No, I mean, don't they come pre-built? Like, there must be a pre-built wheel somewhere that we don't have to build, right? Let me look this up. Well, it's funny. It doesn't seem to be faster. This is for NumPy and pandas 1.5. So on my local computer anyway. Pip install pandas. I'm doing though. I thought. Yeah. Is there really the easiest way to install pandas with the Anaconda? No, this is just what PyData recommends. Interesting. This is taking a while. Why does NumPy take so long? Yeah, building wheel for pandas. That's unnecessary. Oh, wait, what the fuck was that? Sorry, what was that? Now I have a bunch of build errors too. What? Wow. Okay. Well. Okay. Pandas build. I mean, we can dive into this pandas builder, but that seems completely unnecessary. What version do we have here? 25. Install from wheel. Are they compiling? Yeah, exactly. Pip. What? Okay, pip install upgrade pip. Is that a problem? I don't think so. 25.3, but that shouldn't matter. I don't think it should matter anyway. Oh, okay. Not that. Well. So let's see here. Wombat, what are we going to do? We are going to, so we try to install pandas. We already have 2.3.3. So maybe if we go into the VDSQL requirements and make this be not less than 2, maybe this will work. See if we can't do a little better than this here. Because yeah, it should just be installing the wheel. Pre-built thing. I shouldn't need CMake for PyArrow. Why is it building PyArrow? Let's ask our friend Claude. See if he can give us some clue. If it can give us some clue. So we're going to say installing pandas via pip. It's trying to build arrow and failing. Why is it even trying to build? Sure, but oh, okay. So they're just saying that pandas may have installed successfully. Let's see if we can get. Oh, pandas 2.0s and arrow is being mandatory. Well, then why isn't it pre-compiled then? Oh boy. This doesn't seem right. Oh, okay. So is it installed? Pyaro is installed, so why is it trying to build it? What version is it trying to build? Pyaro. Oh, I see. It's because it's trying to install IBIS framework equal 9, but we're going to do 11 here. So it's trying to install an old version of this. Now we've got it. Okay. Okay. So I think that I think all of the problems stemmed from us installing the older version of IBIS. And so the older version of IBIS used an older version of Arrow, and everything's trying to build because it's not the one that's there. But if we use the newest versions of everything, then it's going to be able to download those for our architecture. That's my thesis anyway. So we don't need to. We should stress less and let it be here. And then pandas. We don't even have, we do have a greater than, oh, I see, it's, oh my gosh. Ugh, super old. Well, I mean, yeah, but we don't need to be building it. I don't think we shouldn't be building it. So let's try this here. Let's try just running it. Well, we're gonna get a DuckDB sample database. No, here we go, sample databases. I would make my own, but I am feeling quite lazy today. So we're gonna go back here, and wget it, and move it into sample data. First of all, we're gonna try just using it, and it's going to give us a, yep, that's what we expect, and which is exactly what our other people were saying here. Let's go back out here. Okay. And so if we try running vsql on that, then it doesn't work, but you need to install, pip install. That's so gross. Let me apps vsql. Honestly, I'm gonna just start over here. This is apps vsql stuff. I'm gonna bumping that. We get over here. Pip. No. Where are you? Huh. Secondary. Oh, is that from? Oh, I think that's actually from IBIS. Okay, so we can't deal anything with that. Let's just try installing IBIS framework SQLite, although, no, wait, we just had it work. DuckDB, we installed DuckDB. Well, okay. I'll install that. Requirements extra. Let's get DuckDB and everything installed. Will that work? Oh, there we go. Okay. So it might be broken, but I think if it's broken in a way that is where it's still somewhat usable, it's just degraded. It's not broken, it's degraded. I think we're gonna call that good. Not quite sure why C1 here is not my problem. Nice little box plot. Sure. Okay, great. We've got some nice little interesting data. We can actually let that be a key and graph these things. That's pretty handy. Okay. So the DuckDB one basically works, VD-SQL, with the latest version of IBIS framework. Now we're going to tackle the bugs as we go. So we're going to bump it. I think this is fine. I mean, it's not fine, but it's, is that all? Okay. Yep. I'm going to move this build here for the moment. I probably should just add it to our original. Oh, it's right there. What the heck? Okay, so VD-SQL, bump, IBIS. It's to latest version. This is 4.26.2. Okay, so we'll do that. And now, honestly, let's try it with ClickHouse. Install. The URL for ClickHouse. There we go. Got a couple of Okay, well I guess I'm gonna change that in the README. So minimum requirements. Ugh, I don't know. Data 3.4. So yeah, we have ClickHouse working. Let's just tackle some issues. So join fails with join. Okay, that's our big issue here. We're going to try join. We're going to join with DuckDB. Actually, VB SQL. Is there anything we can join easily here? Japan births, deaths, Japan population. Not quite what I want. Candlestick plot, sure. Country stats, scatter plot. Okay, country stats and stats and Christmas cost. It's kind of bonkers, but country stats and Christmas cost. So if we do that country and then do a join there. That seems like it worked. So why didn't it work for you, Terrence Lauren? Did they re-add it? Oh, did you fix it? Did we actually fix this? And I just forgot about it. I think I may have. Huh. That's yours. Where's mine? Did we take it? Okay. That's interesting. Let's see if this, I don't think the code is in there, but why is it this? Huh, we are taking, okay, so good name. Yeah, we took it just a month ago. How did I forget about that already? I think I just did not even notice it. So this is, let's look here for pull requests, VB SQL, closed. Yeah, look at that. I just merged it and forgot about it. Great. Well, good enough. Thank you. This seems to be fixed. Yep. I did the review, I did the merge, and didn't care too much. And yeah, easy peasy. Those are the bugs that I like, when I just don't even need to do anything because it's already fixed. Love it. Issues. Okay, now we're looking for more. Here we go. No. Okay, so what's that emoji? Is that a... Well, I can't see it anyway. Okay, so now we've got, let's look for more SQL only issues here. Okay, do search, sort, etc. only work with those 500 rows? The answer was no. Well, shouldn't be. And yeah, we should be able to sort. So query in the sidebar. Let's find it. Let's make sure. Let's see what's going on here. So we're going to actually run SQL with DuckDB, and then we only have 500 rows. Now we could get more rows, but the thing is that if we sort by state, let's say, it really does happen instantly, and then if you reload it, you don't give you any better. So let's see here. We have to figure out how to turn the sidebar back on so we can see the query that's being run, the query for the sheet. That's going to be super handy. I have this query. Oh, it's here. Sidebars. Oh, here we go. Base SQL. There we go. The pending SQL. Disp IBIS sidebar. Oh, you know, I think that we changed how the sidebar stuff works. And so we actually, oh, this is going to be a little bit ugly here. Yeah, well, this is the pain, I guess. So we changed the sidebar thing. I don't think there's still a sidebar property in or visited anymore. Let's see. Sidebar status. Gosh, you need to be able to allow. This is where we're just going to have to do some development here. And it's going to be a little bit ugly. Well, for a time. Let's see how long this takes us. Maybe we can get this, get VSQL whipped into shape in a few days, a week. Hopeful. I really don't want this to take us months. If it does, we probably won't do it. But okay, so we've got this concept here of this disp help. This is all, we're not drawing the sidebar ourselves manually. Oh, I'm sorry, this is disp help. We're still here for this. This is great. So in IBIS, disp sidebar. All right, disp help rather. Oh, okay. So I think we just wound up making this be choose one, but okay. So how are we gonna do this? Draw sidebar. This is help sidebar. We got a list of the sidebars, and they're all there. And so how do they come up here? Cycle sidebar, help sidebars. Yeah. So we could add more sidebars to here. Let's see if we actually do that over here. That's not where we want that. In input? That's interesting. Let me move that around as long as I'm here. Sidebars. This guy there, and then this help at the same thing. It's in sidebar. So yeah, aside from the main loop one, I think that this disp help also goes. both of these guys go into sidebar. Okay. Yep. Nope. Nope. Minor refactor. Okay. So now we've got this. So why? What are we going to do here? We want to use cycle sidebar instead of managing this ourselves. Now I have choose sidebar that I think we just want to be able to add our help to this. I don't think we need, yeah, okay, we're gonna, well, something's a little wonky. Oh, you know why? I have that turned off completely. I think that's why it didn't work at all. Okay, and so now we've got a sidebar. Go into Christmas cost. Okay. Doop 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 doop. So I want to just add the help sidebars there. So I think that this is going to be, oh, it's a cached property. Will that work? Let's find out. If I add this to the table sheet, as a, no, it's not cached though, is it? Oh, these are help sidebars. I want the actual. Oh, this is so complicated. I wanted this to be less complicated. Do I have to redo this? Dang it. I mean, ideally, the code we have in visidata should have incorporated some of this functionality over the past, what now, 3 years? 2 years, something like that? 3 years, wow. And so you don't have to do this same exact stuff here anymore, this within the sidebar, ideally. Let me try yanking that out and adding another sidebar. Do help sidebars. Let's try adding it to help sidebars. Sidebars, this, and this is, why is that not going back there? Okay, so we're going to call it, oh, I see, it can be cached because these are the things we're going to call. So now it's base SQL. Let's just try this. We're going to add turn our the base sidebar plus our base SQL. A lambda that returns the sidebar and the what. Thanks a lot, Saul. Way to go. Title. Okay. And actually, since it's just a string, we're going to call it okay. We're going to have this one be self.sidebar of the base SQL and base SQL for now. Let's just try that one and see how this happens, how this works. Oh, okay, well now this is an issue with make context. Oh my God, okay. Well, this is the insidious part here, because throughout this entire process, I'm going to be tempted to fail on it. Oh, hello, Mr. Love Triangle. Well met to you as well. We are looking at some VD-SQL, which is, I was just saying, the challenge here is that we have some number of issues, and if it was one, no problem, but I don't know how many there are, and everyone that we come across is going to be more likely to want to bail on it and just say, screw it. We put some work into this a long time ago, and now it's not maintained, and I don't feel like maintaining it, and that's the end of that's how open source software ends, right? Now, Anya did mention maybe I should reach out to Philip Cloud and ask him if he wants to help do this. Maybe I should reach out to him anyway just to say, hey, I like to talk with that guy. And yeah, maybe that's like a thing we can do for a couple hours, and it would make things go a lot faster. Because I don't know what to do with make context here. Maybe make context is an easy one. Let's find out. Repos boop, 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 boop. Make context. So this is the most recent one here. Why now doesn't make context show up anywhere here? That's gruesome. Really? Did I miss it? Let's look here. Make context. I have this big query. Let's see other things we have here. ML, BirdBrain, Analytics, SQL Flight. Never heard of SQL Flight before. So most of these are actually not updated in the past. No, that's not true. Oh, there we go. Not in the past year here. Yeah. Oh, So where is IBIS project updated from? Can't be not updated at all. Huh. I may want to reach out to Mr. Cloud and see what situation is here. There's contribute. Documentation issue. Oh, maybe it's actually part of IBIS, the main one. That'd be great if it was. Is there a website? It must be this, I guess. Okay, so here's the website. Great. Okay. So I'm not sure exactly how much I want to do here with this today. I think that the next step for me may be to reach out to pCloud. We can actually do this on a live stream. That'd be kind of fun. Me and him together. You know, he used to live stream when he was working on IBIS. Maybe he'd like to spend some of his copious vacation time doing that. Okay, I think that's what I'll do for VD-SQL for the moment. Alas, it's not very satisfying for today. So let me just bump VD-SQL, I'm sorry, the IBIS version. Should I do that? I want to add that. No. I do want that. That's how it's going to work. It's going to report this, how this is all going to go. Anyway, Mr. Love Triangle, I was going to ask you if you have had any issues with the ArcDraw changes that we've made. How's it all holding up for you? Did I miss or otherwise forget about an issue? Did you file a new one? Oh, you did. Yes, so we've got 2 new issues here. We can try to solve these before we cut out for the day. Let me do that. Feel like I got something done today. We're gonna do a checkout of SQL here and commit to that. Okay, so I'll push this and we'll start a big PR for it as a draft and then just work on other things here. Okay, so let's see here. As long as you are here, let's look at this reproducible crash. Whenever I see something like that, it catches my attention. Oftentimes people use the word crash when it's not a crash. Well, look at this. Yeah, that looks like a crash. Okay, so I don't understand. There's something going on with your environment because, like you said, if you open it from the same directory and open the file, Well, we'll try it. Let's see if I can reproduce it. I'm going to copy this link and download it here. And actually, we're going to go into DarkDraw and change environments and tar xdf. By the way, let me, as long as you're here and doing this, wow, overwriting the autosave, it does not crash. Okay, let's talk about this. I want to give you one little tidbit here. So you sent up this tar.gz file with this file in it, this DW file, right? And you may not know this. I mean, it looks like you don't know this. So tar is an archival format. It stands for tape archive. And so it's just a way of collecting up a bunch of files into a single thing. And then GZ is the way how you compress it, how it gets compressed. And zip has both of those things. You can put both multiple files on in an archive, and it compresses them at the time. On Unix, the tar.gz thing, they separate those steps out. The one is the archive, and the other one is the zipping. If you've only got one file, like we have here, you don't have to tar it up. You can just gzip it straight, and it'll just be solpw.dw.gz, and so it's the gzipped version of that one single file. And so it's fine to send up a tar.gz, but it's unnecessary to tar it up first, if that makes sense. That's all I was trying to say. So let's try running this. So we've got, I'm going to move this to a different directory. I'm going to move this to, okay, there, remove that thing. And so you're saying if we use DarkDraw, open up sol pddw. Oh, you have an autosave directory. Okay, so is autosave one of our, let's see here, our options? Autosave interval S. Okay, so I'm going to set that, and maybe you're right. Maybe that is actually the issue. And I don't have it set, so we're going to do options, autosave, interval, I don't know, 10 seconds, something like that. And then we're going to do this. And so when you use the file, oh, it's not there. Okay, so that was a little bit slow. Oh, well, sorry, I'm admiring your what here. See, you got a little nice little bird. Oh, that's cute. Okay, anyway, so we're gonna make a change here, and I don't know, whatever. And we're gonna save that, overwrite. No, it does the autosave, but doesn't crash. So am I missing something here? This looks, open the file from the relative path. Okay, oh, you know what? Let's try that. Let's do a relative path here. Not be enough. Overrides opening the file. Really? That shouldn't be the, oh, because it's trying, it's, oh. Opening the file. That's weird. That's super weird. Why would that happen? Huh. So we have an autosave directory here. Can you tell me where your autosave directory? Yeah, no, that's exactly what I was thinking. It shouldn't be the same. So I'm not sure what's up. I'm gonna need. I honestly think I'm gonna need to know more about your exact setup. I want to know what your exact. Well, honestly, your whole visidata RC, what your autosave option is set to, and what the interval is set to. Yeah, and we can either do this online here if you want. We could probably get off of the. Okay, and that's the autosave directory. Are you saying you can get on a call with me in 5 minutes? Oh, I see. 5 minutes is your freshman your time. Okay, be 300. What's the autosave directory here? Autosave path. Okay, options, autosave path, tilde, config, visidata, autosave. Same. And does this happen reliably? Like you say it's reproducible here. Like, do you expect that if we're going to run it on your computer, you're going to see this first time and every time if you have this exact setup? The files that do this, they always do this, but then you're saying that other files just don't do it. That's so weird. That makes no sense. And now if we look at the autosave directory, yeah, we're going to have to poke around, I think, and see what's going on. It stops if I allow overwrite once. Wow. Okay, I'm just going to do a brief little look here. If confirm overwrite. It's true. And then confirm overwrite this one. Let's find out. If path is none or path exists. So you're saying yeah, I think we're gonna have to dig around on your computer to see how this is. So let me. I'll wait for you to be ready to chat. In the meantime, I'll look at this issue here. Oh yeah, that's bunk. I'm gonna turn off autosave for myself. That makes sense. Multiple frames, palette, and second pane. So basically, I think what you're saying here is that if the frame doesn't exist, then we put it on the backing frame. Right? So it's kind of maybe a little clunky, but dark goes off this here. I think the right solution to this is multi-frame paste. Paste cars. Here's the frame set of what we're pasting. And so the question is, okay, sorry. Two things here. One is I'm looking at this exact issue. I think I can solve this one pretty quickly. And so the question is, if the frame doesn't exist, then we should put the pasted rows. Sorry. You've got a row you're about to paste. If the frame that it's on already doesn't exist, then it should be put on the backing sheet, the frameless sheet, right? So it's kind of like if you, in the exact case you're talking about, everything just goes on that. Now, if you already have frames 1 through 10, and it's pasting to frames 1 through 10, then it'll go on frames 1 through 10. So you got kind of a path to each, and it's a little bit funky because you could have frames 1 through 10 and cut and paste them, but that's kind of your own fault if that's the case. So we're just gonna, and then the only question is, if you have frame 1 and you have some rows that you're trying to cut and paste, and they are frames 1 through 10, and you have frames 1 and 2, do you want frames 1 and 2 to be on frames 1 and 2 and everything else to be on the frameless sheet or frameless frame? Or do you want all of them to be on the frameless one because there's just not all of the frames exist? Because right here in this code on line 781 here, we're actually composing the list of frames already for this. We're trying to figure out if we should adding it to the current frame. And we're looking at the old R frame in, actually we need a frame set of the N frames. Oh, here we go. We got this. If it's in frames. If the frame names. Okay, so yeah, so we do existing frames should accept pastes. Right, what I'm getting at is if you've got multiple frames that you're trying to paste and some of them exist, but not all of them, should the ones that exist receive those and then the ones that don't exist get put on the frameless, on the what's it called? The non-frame frame? Or should they all go on the non-frame frame? Is it based on an individual row? Which is easy. That's the easier one here. I'm like, fine. Otherwise, you have multiple frames, and if r dot old r dot frame not in self dot frames, well, it's got to be f dot id for f in self dot frames. Okay, got it. Yep. So, yep, we're just gonna do the reasonable thing here. Frames. Yep. R dot type is R dot ID is the frame ID. Yep. Okay. So yeah, if it's not in there, then old R. I'm sorry, R dot frame is 1. I think this is gonna be the right thing. And this is gonna go up here. It's kind of like either this or this, but we'll just like that. So I think this is it. I think if we do this, we do a rebase here. Okay. Add that, and without even I should test this out. I should at least make sure that it runs. And then I want to improve the loading speed here. The fact that it takes so long to load is kind of a problem for me. It just makes me feel bad. So, well, okay. Mr. Love Triangle, I'm going to ask you to verify this. This is paste. Ignore frame if not present in target sheet. Well, it's not that it pops in little by little. It's that it's actually loading it still, and it draws it as it's loading it. And so it's just a really slow load. You can see down there how it's, say, 1376 elements. And that's just, I don't know. Let me try loading it as JSON, and you'll see here, it loads instantly. So something's happening in our loader, our DDW loader. Here we go, right here. Here we go. Ensure loaded. I mean, yeah, for some reason the ensure loaded here is taking a lot longer. Oh, really? I don't think so. That would be very surprising if that were the case. You know, I mean, if this were causing it anyway. Open dir. Because, yeah, all this stuff, I mean, I'll look and see. You know what we're going to do? We're going to go back. I don't think I have anything undone here. So we're going to go back to the dirness, B12A, and then we're going to try loading it. And, well, you're right. Well, hold on. Well, I'll be. Hold on a second. Okay. Dir. Dir. So you're saying that literally the 10F, or at least the 5B did? Let's find out. Check out 5BE. No, it's not. That makes more sense. Okay, great. So we're going to check out master, and we're going to do a get. Okay, see you later, Anya. Thanks for being here. See you next time, probably tomorrow. We're going to do a get bisect on this. This is good. Oh, sorry, this is bad. And now we're going to check out this other one here. And this is get bisect. Let me make sure about that. Boom. Okay. This is get bisect. Good. Hard to know. It's possibly bad. Skip, I think. Good. Just call it bad. Oh, well, that makes total sense. This commit makes total sense. Okay, So, right. Okay. Well, let's fix this loading issue here. And after every add row. Wait, is that right? Five A, 3A. Yep. Okay. Update bounds. Update. Oh, so I have to actually check it out. Okay, so we don't want to be updating the bounds every time we add a row because we are adding many rows, and that's an expensive operation. So we're actually going to, that's why I didn't do this. Okay, so this sheet, this is the backing sheet here. This is clever, but maybe unnecessary. Oh, that's for the undo too. Okay, how many add rows do we have in here? A lot. So either I fix all of these to use the right interface, or I introduce another hack. Update bounds, set modified. Basically, if it's doing a bunch of these, let me see about add rows. Add rows? No. So we added this add rows thing here for modify. What is the right thing to do here? I basically only want to update bounds. Well, yeah, okay. I guess the right thing to do is to use add rows instead. And it should be a pretty, doop, 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 doop. This already adds, oh, it doesn't add the undo. It does. Okay. So the only case, yeah. Basically, we want the min and max to be updated. We could make them be properties which automatically compute whenever they're needed, but only once per frame cycle. But I have a, when are these, go right mouse, are these used for anything all the time here? No. Okay, then we're gonna do it that way. I think these are save text. Okay. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna do this then. Great. Okay. So on the drawing sheet, yeah, we don't need these anymore. It could be a draw cache property. It doesn't even really have to. It could just be. This is the difficult part here. 4 times. Minx. I know it's using the min-x. Oh, well, I guess anti-HTML is. Okay, so it's kind of a waste, but this might be just better to do it this way anyway. So we're gonna min-xy is gonna do this. And then now links, update bounds, no, great, minx, next, fine, great, and save, minx. Okay, so now we're on master. Reload it up. It doesn't work. Brilliant. Let's try it again. Oh, now it works? What the hell? Okay, well, at least it's fast now. Yeah. So let's add these things to there. Performance. It's actually loading. Fix performance. Okay, that should fix that. Are you still there, Mr. Love Triangle? And are you up for doing a brief exploration into why this other bug is happening? Okay, I'm going to sign off from the live stream right now, and let's chat. Let's do a voice chat and get it fixed. I will talk to you very soon. Everyone else, anyone who's watching this later, cheers. I will be here tomorrow, Tuesday, I believe. Okay, check you later.